Get ready to warm up your jewelry collection with golden gems that truly dazzle. Golden Hour is coming up next on the Luxe Jewelry Edit, so stay tuned. Hello and welcome to the Luxe Jewelry Edit. I'm Elizabeth Minieri and I have curated today's collection for you completely inspired by the warm, magical golden hues of a summer sunset. I am bringing that vibe to you today. Citrine, yellow diamond, even a few stones you may not be familiar with, and I could not be more excited. So we are starting today, starting strong, starting bold, starting beautiful with a citrine. This is an 18 karat citrine. It is an oval shape, but it is a checkerboard faceting. Look at the warmth. Does it not look like the sun is actually glowing inside of this stone? I cannot think of a more perfect way to kick off a show that is designed to capture the warmth and glow of a summer sunset than this piece. Now, surrounding this beautiful citrine, we have over a 1/4 carat weight of round diamonds creating this beautiful halo. They are prong set diamonds, not pave, so they are definitely a slightly larger stone size, and it is all set in 14 karat white gold. Now, this ring is a size 6, and I want to just show you, not only is the citrine absolutely stunning, and the halo, of course, adds the most beautiful amount of sparkle, but the metalwork here, does this not look like the sun's rays? So beautiful. The warm glow of a summer sunset right here in gemstone form. Think about wearing this ring out in the sun, the way it is going to glow and sparkle. Gems is currently offering this 18 karat checkerboard citrine for $2,055. But if you have been around for any length of time, you know I always have a little bit extra special of a deal. We have the Luxe Jewelry Edit exclusive price of $1,650. $1,650 for this beautiful ring that captures the sunset in ring form. Now, you may have noticed I started today's show with a bare hand, which normally is a no-no, but it is because I have every intention of filling it as soon as I'm done showing you the details on this beautiful ring that I have coming up next. This is a 2 karat Cushion Cut Citrine. Now, I don't know how familiar you are with Cushion Cut, but we essentially take a princess cut and we soften or round out the edges. And what that does is it adds a whole new layer of faceting. What does faceting do? Faceting is what causes a stone to reflect light. What is that? That reflection of light is ultimately what we know as the sparkle of a stone. And in the case of a citrine, it's not only going to be the sparkle that we see, but look at the variance and the depth of color that you see with that faceting. You look deep inside it and it goes from a soft sunset yellow all the way into a deep honey amber. Now, surrounding this stone, we have over a carat weight of round diamonds. It is all set in 18 karat white gold, but I want to make sure we take a moment. Really what seals the deal for me about this ring is all of the diamonds and the way they've used it in a sort of, I would say, almost an antique style setting, but they haven't done mill graining. So you've got the high polish edges, but you do see the edges creating some really solid lines, which tends to be a little bit more of an antiquing style. Close to a pave style setting of the diamonds, but because they are larger, we aren't going to technically call it that, but definitely gives that illusion. Let's take into account that they are everywhere. You cannot turn this ring any direction, upside down, inside out, without seeing diamond and sparkle. That, I think, is my favorite part. I also love the way we have the raised basket. So that's giving a higher prominence to that center stone, because if you look at the stone itself, it is almost a bevel setting. In fact, I probably would call it that. You've got the little bit of mill grain beadwork going around the edge in the 18 karat white gold, but it's almost a bevel setting outside of that. So by raising the basket, they've got the thickening of the band, and then the basket raised even a bit more than that, gives that center stone a bit of a showcase, a bit of a center stage, and this ring surely deserves it. Over 2 carats of a Cushion Cut Citrine, over a carat of round diamonds, all set in 18 karat white gold. This ring would be available on Gems for $2,060, but your Luxe Jewelry Edit exclusive price is $1,650. $1,650 for this beautiful one-of-a-kind citrine ring. Now, I want you to try not to be distracted by this beauty that is going to be on my finger for the rest of the show, because I want to make sure all of these other rings get the moment in the spotlight that they deserve. Now, at first glance, this next ring you might think is also a citrine, but it is actually a fire opal. First thing that jumps out when you see this ring, the color is absolutely incredible. It is a perfect amber hue. It truly defines warmth glowing from the inside out. But also, can we just talk about the surface size of this ring? I mean, there is nothing that makes me smile like a giant, juicy gemstone on my finger, and this ring is the absolute definition of that. The color is spectacular, the faceting is beautiful, but ultimately, I love how big it is. I mean, this is a statement. It is over 4 carats of the fire opal. We have just under a 1/4 carat of diamond that we're using as accents on this ring. So you'll see the little bit of diamond work going down the side here. You'll see it again, of course, on the other side. And then the metal work kind of takes center stage. Look at it down here on the side. You've got the 2 high polished bars. You have the cutouts. Cutouts in metalwork like this, I don't think people realize how much time and how much expertise it requires to create a design like that in a ring. It's one of those extra steps that, you know, maybe you could say, oh, it's not necessary. The ring in and of itself would be beautiful enough. But that kind of attention to detail is what you have come to expect and probably demand from Gems, because we work with the best jewelers and artisans from all over the globe. This ring does not disappoint when it comes to details. Look at even the undercarriage, an open undercarriage. What that's going to do is that's going to allow light in from even the bottom. So we've got it coming from the sides, we've got it coming from underneath. The warmth of your skin tone is even going to show through, and that is going to give the most beautiful warm light refraction. Over 4 carats of this beautiful cushion cut fire opal and almost a full 1/4 carat of diamonds, all set in 14 karat white gold. Gems is making this ring available to you for $2,205, but my Luxe Jewelry Edit exclusive pricing, $1,775. This ring can be yours for under $2,000, $1,775. Call, click, scan, whatever your preferred method of shopping is. Get your shopping finger ready. That brings us to the Abigail pick of the day. If you have been following my show or me on Instagram for any length of time, you know I have the sweetest, also the most discerning taste 7-year-old daughter you could ever have. And she is obsessed with my job, obsessed with jewelry. And so for every show, she likes to pick her favorite piece, and we call that the Abigail pick of the day. I also love asking her why she picks a particular piece, what it is that stands out, and I'm always amazed at the things she says. And from what I hear on Instagram and YouTube from y'all, you love it too. So that makes my heart happy. Today, our Abigail pick of the day is an orangey yellow sapphire. It is a 2 carat oval cut. It is surrounded by over a 1/2 carat of diamonds, all set in 18 karat white gold. This ring does come with a GIA lab report. So a GIA lab report on a 2 carat orangey yellow sapphire. Now those are all the important details, but what did Abigail say is the reason that this is her pick of the day? It reminds her of Belle. And I have to admit, once she said that, that would not have been my thought, didn't even cross my mind. But the minute she said it, I thought, yes, I guess if Belle had a signature engagement ring, this would probably be it. So very discerning, as I love to share. Also want to just take a close-up look really quickly at the diamonds that are going around. I love that we have used over a 1/2 carat. I love the substantial size that has given us. And the sparkle, I mean, the amount of light refraction we are getting in these diamonds is absolutely incredible. And I want you also to see the metal work, the way they've kind of scalloped the edge. So instead of doing the individual prongs or the clean line or even a mill grain, all of which are more common in a halo, they've done just this scalloped edge, and how that changes the whole look of the ring. I mean, if you took this exact same ring, exact same setting, and you did a mill grain or you did a high polished, straight, clean finish, it would look so different than it looks right now. That adds such a beautiful feminine tone. 2 carats of an orangey yellow sapphire cut into an oval shape, and over a ½ carat total diamond weight, all set in 18 karat yellow gold. Again, this ring does come with a GIA lab report. It is a ring size 2 1/4, currently available on Gems for $6,580. The Luxe Jewelry Edit exclusive price, or in this case maybe the Abigail Pick of the Day exclusive price, $5,300. $5,300 just for watching the Luxe Jewelry Edit. This is why you never want to miss an episode, you never want to miss a deal. This exclusive pricing, these pieces go fast. Up next, we have our showstopper. Now, what makes a piece a showstopper? Honestly, it just sort of jumps out at me for most episodes. Often it is a piece that I think just has a unique presence about it. A piece that anywhere you went out in public, it would kind of steal the show and you would get stopped and get comments and get questions on. It's also generally a piece that I think the price that I am able to offer it to you for, compared to the value of what it should be, is so big it blows my mind. A lot of times that also is what makes me choose a showstopper. This ring is actually both of those things. Today's showstopper is a yellow and white diamond ring. Does anything say decadence quite like a yellow diamond? I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe it's just my generation, but yellow diamonds really came on the scene for me with celebrities getting them for engagement rings. So J-Lo, for instance, is the first person I ever remember even hearing about a yellow diamond. So it really has such an elevated allure to it, but I think that would be for all people. It is a very rare, very exquisite, generally speaking, very expensive stone, but the price I have for you today, the Luxe Jewelry Edit exclusive pricing that I have for you today, it is going to blow your mind when you realize you can own a yellow diamond for this price. Unbelievable. But I also want to take into account some of the details that also really makes this ring a one of a kind. I have never seen anything quite like this. It looks like a piece of art. I mean, does it not look like a painting or something? I've never seen anything with this kind of a design where you have the yellow diamonds and then you actually have the settings of the white diamond. Almost it looks like laid on top of it. Now that of course is not what's actually happening, because that would not be a very good design in terms of protecting the stones, but that's the illusion that it gives. It is so beautiful. We've also got some really clean lines and finish tracing the outside of the white diamonds, which is also adding to it. You'll see that the yellow diamonds and the white diamonds continue all the way down the sides of the ring. This ring is just as beautiful when you look at it from the side as when you look at it from the top. That is a true showstopper. That lives up to the definition. Over 3/4 carat weight of yellow diamond and over a ½ carat of white diamond. It is all set in 14 karat two-tone gold. So the yellow diamonds are set in a yellow gold. The white diamonds are set in a white gold. This ring is a size 7. So if you are a size 7, you are in luck. Gems is offering this ring for $2,710, but your Luxe Jewelry Edit exclusive pricing is $2,175. I want to take a moment and explain a little bit about the Gems and the Luxe Jewelry Edit exclusive pricing, because I get asked about this a lot on YouTube, in person, on Instagram. How am I able to say we have these top quality, one-of-a-kind pieces, but also offer such great deals. Where's the disconnect? Where's the lie? What is going on here? It's actually really simple. It's just something most people don't think about. We are used to a traditional retail model where a jewelry designer or an artisan or a manufacturer has to go through multiple middlemen before they end up in a retail store and that retail store sells to you. With Gems, we build relationships directly with the jewelry designers, with the manufacturers. We cut out all of those middlemen. We save tremendous costs, and we pass that savings on to you. Now, the Luxe Jewelry Edit exclusive pricing, that's a little bit different. That is something that Gems extends to me the opportunity to do, really just as my way of saying thank you and my way of ensuring that you never miss an episode. Every Thursday at 3 o'clock, every Sunday at 2, I want you here, hanging out with me, seeing the beautiful pieces I have to offer, scoring jewelry of your dreams for the deals of a lifetime. And it is just a wonderful way that they allow me to do that for you. So that is what the Gems and the Luxe Jewelry Edit exclusive pricing is. That's how we're able to do these one-of-a-kind pieces, one-of-a-kind quality, one-of-a-kind designs for one-of-a-kind prices. Now, this next ring, immediately my thought was, if you have hit that time in your marriage or your relationship where you are ready for either an upgrade, or I know for me, when I had my daughter, I needed a statement band. I was no longer wearing my engagement ring every day. In fact, my poor husband, I still almost never wear my engagement ring anywhere, but I did not want to wear just the simple band that I had gotten when we got married. I wanted something that made a statement. I wanted something that had a lot of bling, every bit as much statement as my engagement ring, but was in a band. This ring, as soon as I saw it, I thought, how amazing would this be for another woman in the same position? Whether it be because you are not in a season of life where you can wear something that's really raised off your finger or pronounced like an engagement ring. Maybe you're just ready for something different. Maybe you are one of those people who is celebrating a very long time married and you just think, I am ready to see a little bit of a different sparkle on my finger. This ring would be incredible in that situation, and the price to wear a yellow diamond on your finger, you are going to die over. 1 1/4 carat of yellow diamonds and over 1/4 carat of white diamonds. It is all set in two-tone 14 karat gold. So you'll see the yellow diamonds are set in 14 karat yellow gold. Of course, the white diamonds are set in the 14 karat white gold. This ring is a ring size 7. So if you're a ring size 7, you're in luck. Get ready to order, get ready to call, click, or scan because you're gonna have a heart attack when I give you the price for this one, but it is a ring size 7. I do also wanna remind you, we have jewelers here on site that can size rings for you. So if you're not a 7, but you're a 6 or a 6.5 or a 7.5, we most likely can make that adjustment for you. Just call the number that you're seeing either in the description on YouTube or on the screen below if you're watching on Gems Plus, and we should be able to take care of that for you. But are you ready to hear the price on this beautiful piece? Gems is currently offering this ring for $3,495, but your Luxe Jewelry Edit exclusive price, you can own over 1 1/4 carats of yellow diamond for under $3,000, $2,800 for this ring. Do not sleep on that deal. You will be kicking yourself. So I have another yellow diamond coming up for you, and kind of got me thinking, am I the only one that has that excessively elevated viewpoint of a yellow diamond? I mean, it is a rare stone. There is no arguing that. But I know for me and my friends, it sort of has an extra level of elevation. Is that just me, or is that an everyone thing? If you are watching on YouTube, I want you to go ahead and comment below your thoughts if you look at yellow diamonds that same way. If you're not watching on YouTube, you can either head over there to leave a comment or go and find me on Instagram. It's at Elizabeth.Minieri. Comment on my most recent photo and let me know, how do you feel about a yellow diamond? Is it just another variation of color on a beautiful stone, or does it sort of have this legacy about it that it's like a lure that you've heard and you've never really seen one in person? Because I think I kind of fell into that camp before I started doing this for work. This next piece is over 3/4 carat of yellow diamonds. We have just under 1/2 carat of white diamonds. So over a full carat of total diamond weight, it is once again set in the 14 karat two-tone gold. I love that when they have the yellow and the white diamonds, we see a mix where the yellow gold is used to set the yellow diamonds and the white gold is used to set the white diamonds. Now, a couple of different things. When we pair metals and stones, you can kind of go one of two directions from a design standpoint. We can create a contrast. And what that's going to do is it is going to really accentuate the size and the lines of the stone that are being set in that metal because they are contrasting one another. When we do the same color or the same tone as the stone, whether it be a warm stone and a warm metal or the exact same color, what we do is we create the illusion of a larger surface size. So in the case of this ring, we've chosen to do the white gold with the white diamonds, the yellow gold with the yellow diamonds. And so that is giving us the illusion of even more size, even though 3/4 of yellow diamonds and almost a 1/2 carat of white diamonds, I mean, that is a fair amount of carat weight. But by setting it in a matching color metal, you get even more of a size impact. In this ring, I absolutely have to take it off and show you all of the details. This is such an antique and a vintage style band, the way it meets. You do not often see a band that gets more narrow and then comes right into this feature point before it opens up into the halo. A far more common setting would be where it actually gets wider and kind of meets on the outside of the halo, or we'll see a split shank, or we'll see a faux split shank with metal in the middle. This is such a special design, such a delicate look. And then look at this metal work. I love when a ring has as much intention and design detail put into the undercarriage as it does what you're seeing on top. That's just the kind of quality that we expect from our jewelers and artisans here at Gems, and boy, did they deliver. Again, we have over 3/4 total carat weight of yellow diamond and almost a 1/2 carat of white diamond. It is all set in 14 karat two-tone gold, yellow and white. This ring is a ring size 7. It is currently available on Gems for $2,200, but your Luxe Jewelry Edit exclusive price, $1,750. $1,750 for this beautiful, delicate ring. I have another yellow diamond to show you. I have another citrine coming up, and then I have a surprise stone that I was not familiar with. I'm gonna guess a lot of you aren't either, so stay tuned for that. That is coming up in just a moment. But let's round out our yellow diamond offerings with a beautiful pendant. Now this pendant would be a perfect pairing with the ring I just showed you, because if you look here, you'll see that is a very similar style where you have the cluster set yellow diamonds all set in yellow gold. Again, kind of creating the illusion of a larger surface of stone. And then we have the white diamonds set in the white gold. The white diamonds continue up on the bail. So the bail is where the pendant and the chain connect. So we continue the white gold and the white diamond work here. And then I do want to show, if you go up the chain, we have just tiny little diamonds scattered about, just a little bit of extra sparkle. I mean, how many places can we add sparkle to a piece of jewelry? That is always the question that should be in our mind when we are designing a piece. And I feel like this necklace, they nailed it. Again, we have 3/4 carats of yellow diamond, and then we have almost a full 1/2 carat of white diamonds. It is set in the 14 karat two-tone gold. So very similar specs to the ring I just showed you, which is why, again, they would make a perfect pairing. If you bought one, maybe think about buying both, especially when you hear the price on this necklace. This necklace is currently available on Gems for $2,215, but your Luxe Jewelry Edit exclusive pricing, $1,775. $1,775. So again, under $2,000, much like the ring that goes with it. Get a good look at the two of these together. How beautiful are they together? And at under $2,000 a piece, for under $4,000, well under $4,000 really, you could have both of these pieces. What a statement. What a set this would be. Oh my heavens. Please, if you get these two pieces together, immediately take a photo and immediately tag me on Instagram at Elizabeth.Minieri. I want to see it. I want someone to buy these two pieces together so badly. Ever since I first saw this ring in the collection for today, I was so excited. I did some studying up on it, some reading. I could not wait to bring it to you. One of my favorite things to do in this job Okay, my first favorite thing to do in this job is to get you one-of-a-kind pieces at one-of-a-kind crazy deals, because it's the only thing better than a beautiful piece of jewelry is a crazy deal. My second favorite thing is introducing you to jewelry and stones, or maybe information about jewelry and stones that you had never heard of before. That is exactly what I'm doing in this next piece. First, let's just take a moment and take in the color. I had never seen anything like it before, and that is because I was not familiar with a hessonite. Over 5 carats of hessonite in this ring, and then we have almost a full 1/4 carat of diamonds accenting it. Now, interestingly enough, I would have thought this was similar to the citrine or in the citrine family, and it's not. It is actually in the garnet family. And when you look really closely, you can kind of see where that would come from. I mean, it is the most beautiful orange, kind of golden orange, really tiptoeing into the yellow hues, but there is a bit of that red undertone. It is so beautiful. It took my breath away when I first saw it. It is set in 14 karat white gold. This ring is a size 7, so if you are a size 7, this is your lucky day. You might want to get ready to go ahead and call, click, scan, however you want to order. I know I haven't told you the price yet, but trust me, it is a good one. This stone, I've never seen anything like it. I also love the way, whenever there's a large oval as a center stone, because of the way that it stretches, I love when they pair that with a narrow or just a more traditional width band. So while you could of course do a split shank or something that brings it out and sort of matches how tall the stone is, there is something about having a thinner band with the thicker stone that really allows that center stone its moment in the spotlight. It really allows all of the attention to go right there in such a beautiful and such a special way. And then this metal work that we have going down the basket and down the side, it is a high polish but cut out metal work. This 5 carat hessonite and diamond ring in a size 7 set in white gold is currently available on Gems for $4,150. But I have a Luxe Jewelry Edit exclusive price that you are going to be running to order, $3,350. $3,350 for this beautiful ring. Call, click, scan, get ready, and tag me in a photo when you get it. It is incredible. I wanted to close out today's show with a citrine because citrine took on an extra special meaning for me when my daughter was born in November. Now, I am a big believer in, of course, birthstones, having the stone that celebrates your birth, but I love using special stones for months that are just special in your life. So citrine holds a very dear piece of my heart, a very large piece of my jewelry box these days. I also love a sapphire because that's the month my husband and I got married. So when you think about stones, don't just think about your birthstone. Think about months that have significance to you and to your life and to your heart, and get the stones that represent those months. It is such a great way to kind of commemorate a moment in time. So because citrine is so special to me, I wanted to close out today's show with this particular citrine for a couple of reasons. One, it is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. I like get choked up. I could cry. It's so pretty. But also, I kind of want to cry when I see the pricing of it because there's a big part of me that thinks, maybe I should just grab this and take it home. It is such a good price, so you are going to want to be ready. But let's give this stone the moment it deserves. Can we talk about this faceting? Can we? I don't even know that a camera can capture it. Look at that faceting, look at the sparkle, look at the depth of color that we are seeing here, the depth and the variance of color. I have never seen anything like it. This is an 11 karat citrine. It is an oval cut. We also have just a little bit, I love just a little bit of diamond on the side. Nothing to steal the glory of the citrine. I think that was such a beautiful detail, such a beautiful way that they incorporated that. So no competition, no halo. This stone stands alone. It needs no halo, it needs no presentation, it needs nothing. It shows up as it is. However, I will say I love this little bit of metal work. Just a subtle, dainty little detail as your eye goes up from your finger into this beautiful stone. A little bit of metal work. Also, I cannot fail to point out this basket. Now, this stone is so big and so beautiful that really all they've done for the basket is given a little bit of metal weave, because you want to see all the way through that. When my stone looks like that inside my ring, I don't want it covered. I want to see the whole thing all the way through, not to mention the way that the light is going to be able to come in from all sides, and that is why we're seeing such an incredible sparkle and such an incredible array of color here. Now this ring is a size 7. I know I'm dragging my feet on giving the price because there is a huge part of me that doesn't even want this ring to sell, and I know I'm not supposed to say that because that is why I'm here, but oh my heavens, I want this ring for myself so much. We have 11 carats of oval citrine, a little bit of diamond accent set in 14 karat yellow gold. Again, it is a size 7 ring. This ring is currently available for an incredible steal on gems, $1,015, but gasp, take your breath away, fall over, and just dial from the floor. Luxe Jewelry Edit exclusive price, $850. $850 for this ring. How do you not buy it? That is the deal of the century. This is such a beautiful ring. If November is in any way, shape, or form a special month in your world, this ring needs to be yours. That brings us to the end of today's show. I had the best time showing these pieces to you today. I had some even better than usual deals, so hopefully you are able to take advantage of them. If you are just kind of jumping on, catching the end of this show, head over to YouTube, watch today's show, then make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification so that you never miss another show, never miss another one-of-a-kind piece of jewelry at a one-of-a-kind incredible price. I cannot wait to come back next time. As always, I would love for you to follow me over on Instagram at elizabeth.minieri and tag me, send me pictures, send me messages of all the beautiful pieces that you get from my shows. I will see you soon.